What if I told you that your legs could feel younger in just 12 hours? Not weeks, not months, 12 hours. You wake up in the morning. Your legs feel stiff, heavy, like they don't belong to you anymore. And you wonder, is this just aging? Here's the truth. It's not. Your legs aren't broken. They're underfed, undercirculated. And believe it or not, you can fix it faster than you think. In today's video, I'll show you the 8 powerful foods that science says can bring back your leg strength fast. We're not talking about trends or magic. We're talking about real food, real studies, and real seniors who took back control. So stay with me. Don't skip a second. Because one of these foods, number 3, might just change your life. Welcome to Healthy Aging Life, where we bring hope, not hype, to everyone over 60. If you're tired of feeling weak, confused by conflicting health advice, and ready to take your body back, you're in the right place. Before we jump in, hit that like button if you've ever felt frustrated by leg pain or balance issues. Subscribe if you want practical tips that actually work. And tell us in the comments, what's one thing you wish your legs could do again? Oh, and if you made it this far, type the words "legs don't lie" in the comments. That's our secret code. Let's see who's really ready to move again. Ready? Let's begin. Let's get real. You didn't just wake up one day and lose your leg strength. It didn't vanish overnight like socks in the laundry. It was slow, silent, and sneaky. One day, it takes a bit more effort to get up from the couch. Then suddenly, stairs feel like Mount Everest. And before you know it, you're avoiding walks you used to enjoy. But here's the truth. It's not just old age. It's not just part of getting older. And most importantly, it's not permanent. There's a name for what's happening. It's called sarcopenia. That's the scientific term for age-related muscle loss. Starting around age 30, yes, that early, most people begin to lose muscle mass. But it's after 60 that things really speed up. On average, you can lose 3 to 8% of your muscle mass per decade. In your legs, it hits harder. Why? Because legs bear your body weight. Every step, every rise, every sit. And here's the kicker. This muscle loss affects not just strength, but balance, reaction time, and coordination. So if you've ever wondered, why do I feel wobbly getting out of bed? Why do my knees buckle after standing too long? It's not in your head. It's in your muscle fibers. And those fibers? They're like little engines that need fuel. But when you don't feed them right, or move them enough, they shrink. That's sarcopenia in action. Now, aging plays a role, but it's not the only player on the field. One of the biggest hidden culprits is poor circulation. Blood flow to the legs decreases with age. Think of it like a river slowly drying up. Less blood means less oxygen. Less oxygen means slower recovery. And slower recovery? That means stiffness, soreness, and weakness. Remember that time you sat too long and your legs felt heavy? Yep, that's poor circulation saying, "Hey, I'm not getting what I need." What's worse? Poor blood flow means fewer nutrients get to the muscles. So even if you eat well, your legs might not be reaping the benefits. Let's talk about inflammation. Now, I'm not talking about the kind you get from twisting an ankle. I mean the chronic, low-grade inflammation that builds up over time. It's like a slow-burning fire in your body. You don't always feel it, but it's there. And it eats away at muscle repair like termites in an old floorboard. Guess what fuels that fire? A poor diet, too much sugar, too little omega-3, not enough antioxidants. But even if you eat like a saint, there's another challenge: absorption. As we age, our digestive system becomes less efficient. That means even when we eat nutrient-rich foods, our body may not absorb all the good stuff. Especially key nutrients like magnesium helps with muscle contraction. Vitamin D, crucial for strength and balance. Protein, the building block of muscles. Potassium keeps your nerves firing correctly. If you're low in even just one of those, your legs will feel it. Let me pause here and ask you something. Have you ever had a full meal, felt tired after, and still got leg cramps? If yes, you might not be absorbing your nutrients properly. And no, that's not your fault. It's just biology being a little rude. Now let's bust some myths. Myth number 1. Losing strength is just part of aging. Wrong. It's common, yes, but it's not normal. Many people keep strong legs well into their 80s and 90s. Look at Jane Fonda. At 85, she still works out, dances, and speaks on stage. Or Clint Eastwood, pushing 90 and still directing films on set. These people move because they trained their bodies, fed their muscles, and never stopped the cycle. Myth number 2. Once you lose strength, you can't get it back. False again. Muscle is incredibly adaptable. Even in your 70s, 80s, or yes, 90s, you can rebuild strength. The secret? Feeding your body what it needs, moving with intention, and giving your legs the recovery tools they're begging for. Myth number 3. Exercise is too risky when you're older. Actually, the opposite is true. Not moving is what makes you fragile. Motion keeps the machine running, and the right foods are like the oil in the engine. So why don't more people know this? Because we treat leg weakness like an unavoidable part of life. We normalize walkers, canes, falls. We write it off as just old age. Doctors often focus on medications, but nutrition and blood flow, they get left out of the conversation. And that's a problem, because muscle strength isn't just about aesthetics or confidence. It's about independence. It's the difference between climbing stairs or getting stuck downstairs, taking a trip or staying home, dancing at your granddaughter's wedding, or watching from a chair. And you deserve better than watching life go by. Here's the hopeful part. Muscle doesn't disappear forever. It's not gone, it's just waiting. Waiting for the right food, the right nutrients, the right circulation support, the right habit changes. And get this, studies show that noticeable improvement can begin in as little as 12 hours. That's not wishful thinking. That's science. A glass of beet juice, a cup of bone broth, a plate of sautéed spinach. These things kickstart the engine. They increase blood flow, reduce inflammation, and restore muscular power. It's like giving your legs a jump start. Just like a battery. You plug in the right cable, and boom, it fires up again. Let me give you a preview. In a minute, we'll walk through the 8 foods that science says can do this. And I don't mean someday. I mean by tomorrow morning, you could feel a difference. But first, let me ask, have you ever experienced that moment when your legs felt strong again? Out of nowhere? Maybe after a certain meal? A better night's sleep? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. You never know, your story could help someone else get back on their feet. Now, let's move forward, because it's time to go from knowing why we lose strength to learning exactly how to get it back. Ready? Let's dive into the first food. You'll never guess what's at number 8. Let's get into it. Here are 8 foods that don't just help long-term. They can actually jumpstart your legs within 12 hours. I know, sounds dramatic, but the studies back it up. And hey, your legs deserve drama. Let's start from number 8. Yep, those tiny green things. Not exactly the sexiest food in the world. I get it. But pumpkin seeds are secretly ripped. They're packed with magnesium. That's the mineral your muscles need to contract, relax, and not go haywire when you walk. Low magnesium equals cramps, tightness, wobbling legs. Ever get that weird rubber leg feeling going down the stairs? That might be magnesium waving the white flag. Pumpkin seeds also bring zinc and healthy fats. Great for hormone balance and inflammation control, 2 MVPs in senior strength. Just 2 tablespoons can make a difference. But here's the trick. Soak them overnight. It reduces phytic acid. That helps your body actually absorb the minerals. You can eat them raw in the morning, add to oatmeal or smoothies, toss them on a salad, keep them unsalted. We're strengthening legs, not raising blood pressure, right? Now let's roll forward to number 7, because this one tastes like dessert, not regular cherries, tart cherries. This stuff is a game changer. Think of it as a little bottle of leg recovery magic. Tart cherries are rich in anthocyanins. These are anti-inflammatory compounds that calm sore, tight muscles. They boost blood flow. They flush out lactic acid, the junk that makes your legs stiff after activity. One study showed that older adults drinking 2 servings per day felt less soreness, stronger quads, better walking speed. That's not bad for fruit juice. But quality matters. Look for 100% tart cherry juice. Not blends. Not cocktails. Not the sugary stuff. Drink about 6 to 8 ounces. Even better, take it in the evening. You'll wake up with looser, more mobile legs. If it's too sour, mix it with water. Or sip it like a health shot. Pretend you're at a fancy spa. And hey, LeBron James drinks tart cherry juice after games. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for us. On to the next leafy powerhouse. Yeah, Popeye wasn't lying. Spinach, especially cooked spinach, is loaded with benefits. It's got nitrates that become nitric oxide equals more blood flow. Magnesium and potassium equals better nerve muscle communication. Iron equals oxygen to muscle cells. Why cooked? Because raw spinach has oxalates. They block nutrient absorption. Cooking breaks them down and unlocks the good stuff. Studies show adults who ate cooked spinach had improved walking speed, stronger legs within 12 hours, better endurance. Not bad for some wilted greens. Huh? How to eat it? Sauté with olive oil and garlic. Add to scrambled eggs. Mix into soups or quinoa. Even half a cup a day can help. Now, speaking of underrated foods, lentils. The quiet geniuses of leg recovery. They don't shout like steak. They don't glow like beets. But they get the job done. Lentils are packed with protein, full of slow-digesting carbs, rich in iron, potassium, magnesium, high in leucine, an amino acid that says, hey, time to rebuild. One study showed seniors eating lentils daily for 2 weeks had better muscle endurance, less leg soreness, improved balance. That's just 2 weeks. Imagine 2 months. Bonus. Lentils help gut health. That means better nutrient absorption and less inflammation. Try them in soups, stews, curries, or mashed with garlic and lemon. Avoid the salty canned ones. Go for dry lentils, cook them yourself. Your legs will thank you. And hey, Oprah raves about lentil soup. If she's in, we're in. Moving on. Now we're talking superstar status. Salmon is the George Clooney of leg recovery. Aged to perfection. Smooth. Powerful. This fish is rich in high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, EPA plus DHA, vitamin D. That trio does wonders. Omega-3s calm inflammation. Vitamin D helps calcium get into muscles. Protein rebuilds fibers. Studies show seniors who eat salmon 3 times a week can boost leg strength by 24% in 10 days. That's not a typo, 10 days. Pro tip, choose wild-caught over farm-raised. Bake or grill with herbs and lemon. Avoid frying or sugary sauces. Even a 4-ounce portion at dinner can reduce morning stiffness, improve balance, give your legs more push when walking. More salmon, fewer pills. And now, let's talk about one sneaky grain that isn't really a grain. Say hello to quinoa, pronounced quinoa. And yes, it took me years to say it right too. Quinoa isn't just another trendy health food. It's actually a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, which your muscles need to grow and repair. That's rare for plant-based foods. Most plants miss a few building blocks. Quinoa brings the full team. It also delivers magnesium, potassium, iron, vitamin E, all crucial for circulation, energy production, and calming down leg inflammation. One study found that swapping out refined carbs like white rice with quinoa led to better leg endurance, more stable blood sugar, less nighttime cramping. Why? Because quinoa digests slowly. It gives you steady energy instead of the sugar crash. Perfect for avoiding those wobbly post-lunch legs. Cooking tip: rinse it first to get rid of the bitterness called saponins. Cook in broth instead of water for extra flavor. Pair with eggs, spinach, or even toss into a breakfast bowl. Quinoa is like the Michelle Obama of grains. Classy, strong, and always a smart choice. Next up is a root that's a total powerhouse. Beets are nature's little blood flow boosters. Bright red, slightly sweet, and packed with nitrates. When you eat beets, those nitrates turn into nitric oxide in your blood. That widens your blood vessels, and that means better circulation to your legs. If your legs ever feel heavy, stiff, like you're dragging two sandbags, beets are your rescue crew. In fact, a study from the Journal of Gerontology showed seniors who drank beet juice before walking had 19% improvement in leg speed and function, felt less tired, more mobile, more spring in their step. And you don't need to become a beet farmer. Here's how to make it work. Juice it, best absorption. Roast it, caramelized equals yum. Blend it with berries or carrots in a smoothie. 1 glass of pure beet juice in the morning? You'll likely feel it kick in by lunchtime. Even Olympic athletes use beet juice before competition. If it works for them, it works for us. And now, the king of leg repair. Drumroll please. Bone broth isn't just soup. It's liquid strength. This stuff is loaded with collagen, rebuilds muscle fibers and joints. Gelatin lubricates your joints. Amino acids, especially glycine and proline, which reduce inflammation. Electrolytes help with nerve and muscle function. When you sip bone broth, you're giving your legs exactly what they need to heal and recover. One study found adults drinking bone broth with high collagen content saw 36% increase in muscle flexibility, faster reduction in soreness, measurable strength improvement in just 24 hours. It's like your legs go from meh to let's move. Tips for maximum power. Make it at home or buy high-quality versions. Pasture-raised bones. Simmer for 12 plus hours with herbs, garlic, and apple cider vinegar. Drink it warm, ideally after walking or any movement. Just 1 cup. You'll feel it. Less knee clicking. More ease going upstairs. Less fear of buckling. Bone broth is the real deal. And not just for cold days. This is senior leg fuel served hot. Alright, you've got the 8 foods. But let's turn it up a notch. Because when you eat matters too. Let me show you how to make these foods work faster and smarter. 5 morning tips to supercharge leg recovery. Let's talk strategy. Food alone? Great. But food with timing? Now we're in pro mode. These 5 simple tips help you get more from every bite. Tip number 1. Start your day with tart cherry or beet juice. Why? Because both reduce inflammation, boost circulation, activate nitric oxide, and on an empty stomach they absorb fast. Drink 6 to 8 ounce tart cherry juice or a small glass of beet juice first thing in the morning. Don't chase it with pancakes. Give it 20 to 30 minutes to work. Your legs will feel more awake, relaxed, ready to move. It's like sending an early morning wake-up call to your blood vessels. Tip number 2, pair protein with slow carbs. Muscles don't just need protein. They need fuel to use that protein. So when you eat salmon, broth, or spinach, pair it with quinoa or lentils. Why? Slows digestion equals stable energy. Prevents mid-morning leg crashes. Keeps muscles fueled for hours. Think quinoa plus eggs. Lentil soup plus roasted carrots. Salmon plus a spoon of sweet potato. Balance is everything. Tip number 3, sip bone broth after movement. Here's the secret sauce. Your muscles absorb nutrients best after movement. That could be a walk, light stretches, even just getting out of bed and moving around. Then, boom, sip 1 cup of bone broth. It helps repair microtears, reduces soreness, and preps you for a stronger tomorrow. Tip number 4, eat soaked pumpkin seeds first thing. Got tight calves in the morning? Aching shins? Wobbly knees? Soaked pumpkin seeds to the rescue. Why soaked? So your body can actually grab the magnesium, zinc, and potassium inside. Eat them alone, with some fruit, or blend into a smoothie. 1 to 2 tablespoons are enough. No fuss, big impact. Tip number 5, add cooked spinach to breakfast. Yes, even just a handful. Sauté it. Scramble it with eggs. Toss it in quinoa. The nitrates in spinach increase blood flow to your legs, reduce stiffness, help with balance and muscle coordination. Studies show benefits within hours. It's not fancy, It's just powerful. And there you have it. These 8 foods plus 5 timing tips equals a strategy. Not a diet. Not a trend. A real science-backed way to reclaim your legs. Up next, we'll dive into stories. Real people who made one small change and stood taller, walked stronger, and lived bolder. Let's be honest. It's one thing to talk about spinach and salmon. It's another thing to actually feel the change in your legs. So now, let me take you through some real stories. These are not fairy tales. These are people just like you who made one small shift and took back control. Mr. David Harris, 72, used to run into burning buildings. Now, he was struggling just to walk to his mailbox. He had bad circulation, swollen knees, night cramps that woke him up in tears. His doctor said, "Welcome to aging." David said, "Not yet." His granddaughter, a nurse, suggested he try beetroot juice and bone broth. Every morning he drank beet juice before his walk. Every evening a cup of warm bone broth before bed. Day 3 he noticed he wasn't limping as much. Week 2 he was walking half a mile without sitting down. By week 4 he said the magic words, "I feel like my legs belong to me again." Now David walks every morning with his dog, Titan. Same guy, same age, different fuel. Martha Gwynn, 67, had one terrifying moment. She fell in her kitchen. No serious injury, but the fear stayed. After that, she moved less, ate less, slept worse, and her legs? Weak, shaky, no confidence. Then her daughter introduced her to the Power 3 plan. Quinoa plus cooked spinach at lunch. Tart cherry juice in the evening. A small walk after dinner. Martha didn't go to a gym. She didn't take new meds. She just changed her plate. Fast forward 6 weeks. She walked up the church steps without help for the first time in 2 years. And you know what she said? "It wasn't just my legs that changed, it was my mindset. I'm not afraid anymore." That's powerful. Now look, politics aside. We can all agree on one thing. President Biden is in his 80s and still moving, traveling, leading. Love him or not, he has to stay upright, alert, and physically mobile at all times. In multiple interviews, his physician mentioned how important diet, light training, hydration, and omega-3 intake are in his daily regimen. It's not a miracle. It's smart aging. Foods like salmon, leafy greens, whole grains, are staples in his plan. So the next time someone says, "You're too old to change," just point to the guy running the country at 82. Sandra Garcia lives in New Mexico. She's 80. She teaches salsa. Yes, salsa dancing. A few years ago, arthritis started creeping in. Her knees were stiff. Her balance was off. She tried medication. It helped a little, but it wasn't until she added daily lentils with turmeric, soaked pumpkin seeds in the morning, salmon twice a week, that she said the magic came back. She now teaches 3 classes a week. Sandra told me, "It's not about being 25 again. It's about being the strongest version of 80 I can be." Preach, Sandra. Now what about you? Have you felt your legs slowing down? Is there one step, one stair, one sidewalk that makes you hesitate? You're not alone. But you're not stuck either. Because as you've seen, real people made real changes. And their legs responded. You don't need a personal trainer. You don't need a supplement drawer full of mystery pills. You just need a few smart food swaps, a better morning routine, a willingness to move even a little. The body is forgiving, even after 60, even after 70, sometimes even faster than we expect. And remember this, drop your story in the comments. Let us cheer for you. Let someone else be inspired by your first step. Literally. Up next, let's tie everything together with the core lesson and your personal challenge. Because this isn't just a video, it's a starting line. Let's take a deep breath. We've gone through a lot together. The real science behind leg weakness. The 8 powerhouse foods that change everything. The morning hacks to speed things up. And some truly inspiring people who've been where you are and bounced back. Now, let's put it all into one clear truth. Your legs are not done yet. They may be tired. They may be slower than before. But they are not broken. They are not beyond repair. They are waiting for you to give them what they need. Because strength is not just physical, it's a decision. And the decision starts on your plate. In case you forgot, let's roll through them one more time. Pumpkin seeds for magnesium and muscle calm. Tart cherry juice for fast soreness relief and recovery. Cooked spinach for blood flow and power. Lentils for steady energy and repair. Salmon for inflammation-fighting omega-3s. Quinoa for all-in-one muscle protein. Beets for nitric oxide and oxygen-rich circulation. Bone broth for collagen, flexibility, and bounce-back strength. These aren't superfoods. They're just real food, chosen smartly, eaten intentionally, and yes, they work. You'll feel it in how you stand up, how you step into the shower, how you go up one flight of stairs without grabbing the railing, how you walk from your car into the store without fear, without pain, with confidence. That's what this is about. Not just feeling strong, but living strong, because leg strength equals freedom. Freedom to move, freedom to explore, freedom to show up for your family, your friends, and, most importantly, yourself. Let's keep it simple. I want you to choose just one of the foods we talked about. Just one. Maybe it's pumpkin seeds in the morning, cooked spinach with lunch, tart cherry juice before bed, a warm mug of bone broth after your walk. Start there. Then pay attention to how your legs feel the next morning. Notice the difference. It may be small, but it's real. Then, try a second food. Then a third. Stack them. Layer them. Let them build you back. Want a real challenge? Here's a 5-day plan. Day 1. Start the morning with beet juice on an empty stomach. Day 2. Add cooked spinach to your breakfast. Day 3. Have quinoa and lentils for lunch. Day 4. Eat wild salmon for dinner. Day 5. End your night with bone broth and a smile. Each day, track how your legs feel. Keep a little journal. Notice changes. Celebrate small wins. Because healing isn't an overnight sprint. It's a daily yes to yourself. Your legs tell your story. They've carried you through decades of work, family, memories, and milestones. They deserve better than stiffness and fear. They deserve strength. And now, you know exactly how to give it back to them. 8 simple foods, 5 smart habits, and a decision to feed your body like it matters. Because it does. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need a doctor's note. You just need a plate, a fork, and a little bit of consistency. So now the question is, what will you try first? Is it the tart cherry juice before bed? The quinoa bowl with lunch? Or that warm cup of bone broth after your evening walk? Drop your answer in the comments. We read every single one. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button so we can keep creating content that matters. Subscribe to Healthy Aging Life if you want to age with power, not fear. And share this with a friend who needs to hear that getting older doesn't mean giving up. And hey, if you watch to the very end, type strong legs, strong life in the comments. That's today's final code. Because here's the truth. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're just getting started. We're Healthy Aging Life. And we're walking this journey with you. Let's move forward together.